What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we'll be doing credits to Santi's app, of course. I think everyone probably would be able to know that this is from Santi's app, like the idea. Who will dethrone each champion in WWE? I have NXT champions in here as well. So let's get into it. First off, we got Jay Uso. And I think a lot of people are starting to think it's going to be Gunther or LA Knight. Because I think a lot of people are seeing LA Knight winning that Money in the Bank. I'm going to give you guys my prediction right now. LA Knight is not winning Money in the Bank. If they didn't do it 2 years ago, they ain't going to do it this year. Actually, the person I have winning Money in the Bank is who I think is going to dethrone Jey Uso, and that is Seth Rollins. This is also the only pick that isn't zoomed in because he looked ridiculously stupid. I'm sorry if that irritates you. It irritates me, honestly, but I honestly think that we will see Seth Rollins as champion as early as the Raw after Money in the Bank, where he could cash in on Jay versus Gunther. I really do. Then we move on to John Cena, and I'm going to keep this short and simple. They've literally basically made it known who's dethroning him. I don't think there's anyone else who could dethrone him because the only other people are on Raw and Cena's on SmackDown. Cody Rhodes. It's Cody Rhodes. And yes, I made sure to pick this devastating photo of him. I don't know who else it could be at this point other than Cody Rhodes. Let's be for real here, guys. Oba Femi. If y'all watch NXT, you know who this man is. This took me the longest. I was able to pick who I think would dethrone Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, the women's tag champs, faster than Oba Femi. It took me 20 minutes to figure out who I think is going to defeat him, and even then, I think I have a bad answer. I went with the person he just faced in Miles Bourne. I think that they are building him up, and I don't know who else. There's really no one else. You could say Javon Evans, but I'm going to be honest, Javon Evans is already in this later. I can't just play him twice. But yeah, no, so I have Miles Bourne. I think they've built him up very strongly, and I don't think they should stop this push now, really. But I could see with him and my pick for the North American title could be switched around and still be switched around. I could see where he wins the North American title next. I just put him here. So then you have the Women's World Champion Io Sky, and I could have been the most simple person in the world and just put Rhea Ripley. I went with Stephanie Vakir. I think Evolution 2, this is the match they're going to run, honestly. Maybe with Rhea involved, but the push they've gave Stephanie Vakir, and it's the first ever multi NXT Women's Champion, both women titles, and is already in Money in the Bank, and she's been in the company for a year. A year ago, she was in AEW, or at an AEW show with a title. So let's be honest here. The push, it's too good to deny that I could see where she wins. I don't see her winning Money in the Bank, by the way, though. I should probably get a video out on that. Because Money in the Bank is upcoming by the time I'm recording this. It'll already be past when this is recorded and uploaded, but Tiffany Stratton is the next champion that we are deciding to do. And here's my thing with Tiffany Stratton. I think they have failed her kind of in a way. I think this title run was going to be amazing. And they had everything they needed. I mean, they even had Charlotte Flair. But I don't know. They did something wrong, and it killed her momentum completely for everything, I feel like. It killed Charlotte's, too. Let's be for real here. But I went with Naomi, and this is who I have winning Money in the Bank. We'll see how that goes. But this is who I have winning Money in the Bank. I think she will eventually cash in. I could see where it's before Evolution 2 as well. But I hope not, because I feel like Naomi could have a great run as a Money in Bank and cash in on Bianca or Jade in a title match. That'd be pretty cool. SummerSlam's there. I mean, you could wait a while if you need to. But she has announced that she is not doing it for many more years because she wants to have a family with Jimmy Uso. So I feel like they need to give her a title. And you could honestly put her for the U.S. title, but they've really been teasing Julia for that. So I didn't put her for the U.S. title. Then you got the newly crowned NXT Women's Champion, JC Jane. Honestly, it took a minute for this because I was contemplating if I should just put Fallon Henley or Jasmine Nix. Because honestly, I could see someone. I could honestly see someone turning on her in that faction. But I think I went with this is one of the more obvious ones I went with that like had options to it, especially after the NXT that I just watched that just aired, where there was hang on, 12 different women brawling, I think. But let's be for real. This title's going to Mariah May or whatever they call her in NXT because they are not going with Mariah May as her name. They have said. Whoever it doesn't matter. This title is going on Mariah May. I don't think that anyone else even has a contender to it. But we'll see if I'm wrong. Next is Dominic Mysterio. This one took me a minute. I had to look at the roster and stuff, and honestly, I just went with the simple answer of we're gonna get Finn Balor versus Dominic. I think Finn Balor might honestly be the only, other than AJ Styles, maybe the only contender. Especially since they're kind of done, it seems, running this Penta thing. Maybe not. I don't know. It seems like it, though. Then you got the United States title, Jacob Fatu. And you already know that this man, I could see him holding the title till Mania. But I think I do know the direction they're going. And I think it all does end with Solo Sikoa. At the end of the day, if it's at SummerSlam, if it's at a random level pay-per-view, which, by the way, we need more of those title changes, where it's just like the Io Sky one on a random Raw or something like that, where it's just every once in a while, different. Oh my god, I'm sorry, guys, I'm tired. Where it's just different. It's not always the same because that it keeps the surprise factor. But I think this will happen at SummerSlam in a one-on-one match. I don't know if Solo's gonna win, but that's really where I see it going at the moment, I guess. The only other person is Damian Priest, and I don't know. I don't think WWE plans to put a title on him yet. I think him and Drew still have one more match in the future, which I'm not mad about. I've seen a lot of people hate on that feud a lot. I really don't think it was that bad of a feud. There's definitely some stuff that's not good about it, but like it's not the worst. Then you got all the newly crowned champion also, Ethan Page. And if you remember what I said earlier, I had Javon Evans somewhere else than the NXT title. And you could put Javon Evans in the NXT title, and you could put Miles Bourne also for the NXT North America. And you could switch them around for all I care. But I went with Javon Evans because they've been hot potatoing this title now a little. They're hot potatoing it just a tiny bit. But I see Javon Evans honestly maybe winning this at Worlds Collide. Once again, I'm recording this before Worlds Collide. Oh my god, my cat might just start. You might hear my cat in the background. But yeah, I have Javon Evans winning this, honestly. I see him winning an NXT title. I don't know what kind of NXT title, but he'll definitely win one before he gets up to the main roster. But we'll see which one that is. Then you got Lyra Valkyria. There's only one answer to this, in my opinion, and that's Becky. Because I think the route they're going is either Becky versus Bayley for the title at Evolution 2 or a triple threat for the title. And if Becky loses at Money in the Bank, she can't challenge for the title again. So Bayley has to be in there somehow. So for it to be a triple threat or something, you would have to have Becky win the title either way. Because they're not going to run another Bayley versus Lyra, I don't think. And I don't see another person right now who is a contender for Lyra's title. You could say Roxanne Perez, but she's kind of caught up in the Judgment Day. I think eventually that title will end up on Roxanne Perez's shoulders, though. Don't get me wrong. But who knows for sure? I just am predicting I think Becky's winning. Then you got Zelina Vega. Already said it. Short and simple. Julia. They already teased it. I mean, this is what the title needs. This is a big feud. And Julia might be that feud that it needs, honestly. Because Chelsea Green is not working out for that. Then you got Soul Ruka, and I know some of these I'm going faster than others. It's just some of them there's more that you can talk about, and some that's like there's not much to it yet, or there's not much even in general. I forgot who I put for Sol Ruka. Oh, she was one of the first ones I did. Sol Ruka, by the way, one of my favorite women wrestlers right now in the company. Her finisher is just amazing. Also, I use it in 2K. And I definitely see Sol Ruka holding this title a little bit longer. I don't know how much longer, though, is the thing. Who do I find losing it? Well, we're both about to find out because I can't remember for the life of me. Oh, Izzy Dame. Yep. I actually do remember that now. I could have went with a bunch of different people, and I really don't. See, other than Zarya, there really isn't anyone at the moment that they're teasing for Sol Ruka, I don't think, unless I missed something. Because they had most of the women's roster brawling for the NXT title. So I just picked Izzy Dame. I feel like they've been pushing her a lot, and I could see where they finally give her the women's North American title. Ignore the picture. I know the whole Coling is in there. Well, Brooke Jensen just got kicked out, but I couldn't find a good picture of just her that wasn't blurry in like the Coling or like 2025 version of her. So I just had to do this one. Then you got the New Day, the Raw Tag Team Champions. I sat here and thought about this for a minute because I was like, what teams are there? I looked up the roster even. Hang on. Listen to the tag teams on Raw quickly, guys, because this is insane. Compared to SmackDown, it is so bad. It's not even funny. For Raw, you have LWO, which Joaquin is injured. The Creeds, the Vikings, the New Day, the Judgment Day, who's they're kind of being presented again. Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker, A-Town Down Under, which gets commercial time, Alpha Academy, and New Catch Republic, which are both off TV. SmackDown has Fraxium, Street Profits, DIY, Motor City Machine Guns, Pretty Deadly, Berto and Garza, I think they're Los Garzas, Wyatt Six, Bloodline, and Mellow Don't Miz. Like, there's the same amount of tag teams, sure, but like, there's obviously a brand that has bigger tag teams. I might honestly make a video on it, but I don't know. I ended up just going with the Paul Heyman guys, Seth's new faction. I mean, think about it. These two are destined to become champions if they really do this right. So, God, I definitely see this. I also definitely see it being Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker versus Roman and Punk at some point. Because if you remember, Bronson Reed tried to put Roman the table spot that injured Bronson Reed at War Games. He was trying to do to Roman, and Punk saved him. I also see this somehow being something that leads to War Games. I don't know why. I just do. I almost thought I skipped. Okay. And now the Street Profits. Probably the best tag division in wrestling right now. I can't even lie. I don't think that there's a better tag division than the Street Profits or SmackDown. SmackDown's tag division is just insanity to me. How good it is. And they never fail. No matter they are literally getting more screen time than John Cena and Cody Rhodes and all them half the time. Like they're getting more screen time than 90% of the people on WWE. People that are solo stars that are huge aren't even getting as much screen time as the tag team champion of the tag team roster right now. And it's actually insane. I have them losing it to Fraxium, though. I think eventually Fraxium is the way it's going to go. Because I think they're going to build Fraxium into a feud with the Wyatt Six eventually. But I could see where they give it to the Wyatt Six and then give it to Fraxium. This just seems like the obvious one. And there's so many to choose from. You could pick any and there's a chance it'd be right, honestly. Like, other than the Bloodline, probably. But, like, other than the Bloodline, you could probably pick any of the teams and it could have a chance of being right. Let's be for real. Then you have Hank and Tank on NXT. And this one's really hard because the NXT tag division really isn't that good, guys. I don't know if you guys keep up on NXT. There's like three tag teams they showcase weekly. And that's these guys, Dark State, and Chase University. And I think Josh Briggs and Iamura, again, they're starting to show off. And the Coling, well, like, when it comes to matches, it's just Dark State, Chase U, and these two, Hank and Tank. But I went with the team that they're slowly starting to bring back. Out the mud, OTM. Because, like, I'm being for real. They gave them a whole promo package. They had them destroy the new team of Chase U. Like, what do you mean they're not giving it to them? I genuinely don't know why they wouldn't. I think they are next up. They are a heel team as well, so it makes sense. The only other team I can see is Dark State, really. I don't see any other team at the moment taking these titles. Oh my god. I don't see any other team taking these titles, though. Then you have Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez. The women's tag division is terrible. People were saying to take it to NXT and just let them be in NXT for a while. So then they get rid of 90% of the NXT tag division. Makes sense, right? But I'm gonna keep it simple. Two of these three. It depends on when Asuka returns, and it depends on if Io loses her title, if they want to put 2 belts on Io. Some form of Damage Control or Kabuki Warriors or yeah, something like that. Man, I'm not good at this. But two of these three will take them off of Raquel and Liv. I feel like that's what they're slowly teasing to begin with. And yeah, I mean that's just my prediction. I don't see who else it could be. I think honestly, if Asuka returns soon, it will be Asuka and Kairi, but otherwise it will be Kairi and Io. But yeah, that's my picks on who I think will be each champion. I'll do another one of these probably in a month or two. I'm not gonna do them as regularly as Santi because he does it every single month. I don't get it. I don't know, because it wouldn't be that hard just to switch out what's changed or what I think is different now. But hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you thought about my predictions down below, and I'll see you guys next time.